Hello and welcome, as I should say today, because today we are broadcasting directly to Syria. Hello, Kinga. Today, as I mentioned, I will speak English because I will address to our friends in Syria and all over the world. We are going to show you how to do the teddy bear, very special teddy bear. This is Wojtek, and I am not the one who invented Wojtek. Somebody else did that for me, and thanks to Domus Orientalis we can now bring you this toy to Syria. So I can see that there are some friends already. So, hello Magda, as I should say, because Magda joined us, the one whose idea was to create the bear who will help the kids in the parts of the world that are not that lucky as we are. Please tell me, can you hear me properly? Can you hear the voice? Hello, okay, so we are switching to English. I believe that most of the kids that already joined the kindergarten that I lead from the beginning of this crazy, crazy time, most of the kids already know the idea of finger knitting. Finger knitting is, I believe, it's very ancient way of preparing knitting fabrics. What do we need to build this? We need yarn, and since I prepared myself for this, en français ce sera fil, en arabe c'est suffit. Oui? Okay. I know that all of you speak Polish because I can see who is watching, but I hope that somebody from Aleppo will eventually see this movie. This is why it is going to be prepared en anglais ou peut-être en français. Alors, on va commencer. And there was a question to speak Polish once in a while, but I believe that if I switch languages, enfin, in the end I will speak Czech, and it's gonna be crazy. But you already know that the technique is so easy that you will get it, and kids in Aleppo will get it as well. The only thing that we need is yarn and our hands. So here we go. I've promised that it is going to be bare, but first of all we have to make a pipe. To prepare the pipe we have to hold the yarn in the middle of our hand, and then we have to prepare every finger. We have to go around with the yarn around every finger, maybe even 4 fingers. And when it is prepared, look, it looks like this. We can, usually I don't do that, but we can also observe our hand from the back. You can see that there is a lot of yarn here, and only single loops on this part of the hand. The tail is inside the hand, and then the yarn that goes to the ball we can prepare like this. Oh, information que ce sera bonne idée de parler français, mais je ne pense pas que mon français est propre. Alors, okay, but if I switch languages, it's gonna be crazy. Okay, so we have to lift the loop from every finger and go over the tip of the finger here, and then we have to pull it we have to pull the loop and then go over the tip. And here and over the tip of the finger. And now we can pull the tail. Look how long the tail is. We've got the question about when the burr starts. The fact is that to create the burr, we need 1 meter of the pipe. So you can join us after 1 meter of the pipe, but that was just the information to my Polish students. Okay. I believe that it has to be repeated, this part. This is crucial part. To start properly the thing that we are doing, we have to do it really very neat. Ou peut-être on peut préparer ça en français maintenant. Les filles que nous avons ici, il faut préparer ça comme ça. Chaque doigt ici. Regarde, chaque doigt a l'heure le même. Ici, on a une seule fille et ici, il y a beaucoup de filles. Alors, on prépare fille comme ça et chaque fille, il faut préparer, il faut tirer ici. Mais ça, c'est les méthodes seulement aux premières, comment on dit? Sprawdź mi tam, proszę kochani, jak się rząd mówi po francusku, ale nie taki rząd government, tylko taki rząd. Mamy tutaj możliwość tłumaczenia. Ok. Alors, la prochaine rząd. Może mi dom wschodni podpowie, jaki jest rząd. Jako row. The next row we have to prepare like this. And now we don't pull the yarn so hard. We just go around the hand. And the thing that we are preparing now, it will look like a pipe. Ligne, oui, chaque ligne, on peut dire comme ça, que chaque ligne est le même. Every row is the same, so it is quite boring, but it is also very calming. And to avoid confusing this tail with the rest of the yarn, we can attach it to our thumb. And then every row is the same. So we just put the yarn in here and we lift the loops above our fingers. So we can prepare this pipe on 4 fingers. And it will be perfect to prepare the burr. It will be perfect for the burr, but we don't need to have a burr. The burr is not like necessary. We can do whatever we like from this pipe. It can be necklace. It can be some parts of jewelry. We can also use it to produce. We can also use it to produce some stuff to wash our apartments, to clean up our apartments. Faire de vaisselle, par exemple. So we can also wash our dishes with that. Of course, the material is very important. Okay, am I not too quick? But the fact is that it is so easy when you just start it, because when you watch it on the screen, you cannot feel it. Believe me, if you have it on your fingers, it is something completely different. I know it looks like a black magic here, that something is going on, but the fact is that if you have it on your fingers, you can understand it. In Polish language, we've got the verb pojąć, and you can translate it as grab, get, but it also means understand. And I deeply believe that if you have something in your hands, you can actually understand it. Błogosławieni, którzy nie widzieli, a uwierzyli, a co dopiero o branie do rąk, ale but it is especially for kids. When you have it on your fingers, when you can grab it, it is easier to understand it, it is easier to remember something. And now we can also use this technique to practice, to faire les exercices, comme on dit, to exercise our hands. We can use right hand and the same finger on our right hand as on the left hand. Can you see that? Regarde là, on peut utiliser chaque doigt comme ça. On va changer le doigt ici et ici. It's very important for development of our. I'm not sure about English word for that, but in Polish it's mała motoryka, so it will be little motoric. Ja się tu muszę odnieść do pana Przemysława. No, it is not the Polish, English, French course, because none of my language is perfect, so it is not language course. Okay, please don't treat it as way of teaching languages. However, I already mentioned that to my kids, my kids from my kindergarten, that if we watch something that we already know and we hear that in foreign language, we can understand what's going on, and by this we can learn languages. Okay, so the fact is that you can already do that. I hope you have yarn on your hands. If anything is not clear, please let me know. There was a question about cord. Yeah, we can use whatever we like. We can use yarn, but we can as well, excuse me, we can use the string. Well, this one is still unpacked. We can also prepare yarn. So it is not like we, if we don't have the yarn, we cannot do that. We can prepare yarn of old t-shirts. We can cut them into string, but it is not that easy to learn with that. This is quite pleasant. By the way, we can now watch what we have created. And look how fast it is. It is very fast. This is only 30 centimeters. Please don't stop. If you have your finger knitting on your fingers, just prepare 1 meter of the pipe like this. I call it a pipe because if you look inside, this is a pipe. Yeah, the yarn goes around our fingers, so it creates the pipe, and it is very important for our burr, because I'm not sure if I should say that. The comments here are very, you know, maybe not distressing, maybe not annoying, but it's quite interesting discussion here. It was not technical problems, it was me. Okay, going back to the pipe. The fact that it is a pipe will let us create beautiful paws, beautiful hands and legs of the burr. So please continue. You can do that. You can do that, I'm sure. I will just stop for the second. I can hear that there is discussion about having the string. So, okay, that's one of the things that I'm afraid of. For example, if I was asked to prepare the workshops in the jail, and that was one of my concerns, that should I prepare that for prisoners? Should I teach them how to prepare something like this? Okay, but I believe that there are kids watching, so so we are not supposed to speak about things like that. It is not proper. Since our burr would like to have eyes, it is important to know how to add the eyes. The eyes to our knitting. Sometimes we do not have the needle. The needle would be very easy, just to prepare the yarn, to put it on the needle, and for example the beads or la perle. Si nous avons les perles comme ça, c'est vraiment simple. Il n'y a pas de problème. Ça, ce ne sera pas le eye, les yeux. Je ne connais pas pourquoi, mais je connais le mot les yeux comme pluriel. Alors, these are going to be too big eyes for the burr, so it is not going to look cool. But we can also use straws to drinking. We don't use them anymore. We don't like any plastic straws, but we can cut them and we can prepare little beads with these. Tak, zmienię tytuł mojego programu na Sznurek w czasach zarazy. So we've got the little beads. Of course, I mentioned that the finger knitting like that can be also necklace. I should present what I've got. Oh, it goes with the... Look, this is just a pipe. This is just a pipe, and we can wear it like a necklace. It is very long pipe, just connected together by the end of the pipe. Okay, I put something on my neck just after you suggest that having string in the times of the disease is good, good idea. But we can also add little beads here, and we don't need to sew them with needle. We just need to have them on the string, have them on the yarn while we are knitting. But to put the beads on the yarn, it might be quite hard, especially when the yarn is looks like this, yeah. It would be hard to do that. But we do have scotch. And scotch is quite a brilliant thing. We usually think about it to attached paper, but we can also use it to prepare magic needle. And I will show you how to do that. It is not that complicated. I believe in one of the programs I was looking for the scotch that was actually in other color to show it. Okay, now you have to use your imagination. I'm afraid that the scotch won't be visible, especially this, since it is transparent. So we can just put it on the scotch and bend the scotch to create the needle. Even if it's not that sharp, we can always bend it. Tak, odpowiadam na pytanie po polsku. Ja tu nie zawsze patrzę w ekran. Potrzebny jest metr rurki do tego, żeby wykonać niedźwiedzia. Okay. So we can have the sharp. It's like a shoelace. It's like a shoelace here, and we can, of course, in this case of the bead made of straw, it is not that spectacular. Yeah, it would be quite easy to put the bead on the yarn even without the shoelace. But if we have other beads with very small holes, it is much easier to do that with the end of the yarn prepared. Okay. So it is just to let you know how to put the beads on the yarn, and remember that the direction, comment on dit, układ, the pattern of the beads. The pattern that we create now is going to be visible on the on our knitting thing as well. Of course, the beads are just to let you finish your pipe and not get bored. I wouldn't prepare it like this. Look, we can also use only 3 fingers, especially as we use as we prepare it the pipe only for the necklace, for example. We don't need any. We don't need 4 fingers. And now we can add the bead in the place that we want the bead to appear. Moje przedszkolne dzieciaki już to wiedzą. Dodajemy koralik w tym miejscu, w którym ma się pojawić. And of course, if we prepare enough beads to appear on all the necklace. It will look very cool and it is going to be very beautiful. And remember that we don't need to have pearls. We don't need to have real beads, real things. We can create it. Okay, so this is the way we can add the beads to our. Look, they are very timid. They hide here, but you know that there are inside, and they will appear in the necklace. Okay, I hope your pipe is ready. I hope that the 1 meter pipe is already prepared. Now I know why the TV programs have the special jingles. Yeah, that they have the music. And now, look, my pipe is almost 1 meter long. I will make 1 or 2 rows more. 44 centimeters. Okay, so please prepare more. Don't hurry. But you're very brave. I hope that the pipe will be long enough. But I believe that your kids already know how to do the burr. Of course, I will wait for everybody. You already know how to make the pipe. Yeah, there was such an idea to let you know in advance that you have to prepare 1 meter pipe. But the idea was to prepare. The other idea was to prepare the whole program about preparing the burr. This is why we didn't let you know in advance that you have to prepare something. Okay. So let me know as soon as you're ready. We can start again, or we can continue. We could use as the beads buttons as well. It's gonna be a little more difficult because usually buttons have 2 or 4 holes, and to put the button on the cord we have to put the yarn into 2 holes at least. So, on peut utiliser quand même le bouton. Mais ce sera plus difficile parce que nous avons 2 ou 4 trous dans le bouton. Alors ce sera plus compliqué, mais c'est quand même aussi possible. I'm still wondering about having the. Okay. There is a question about the beads. The fact is that if we have the eyes, if we want to prepare eyes, we can put the beads on the head. There is another question. How many rows? I don't know. I never knew that. I've never counted. But sometimes I was trying to count how many holes, how many rows do we need to prepare for it. And it depends. It depends how big the bear is going to be. And for every leg, for every arm, we need 20 rows. So it's gonna be more or less 80 rows and something. 80 rows, because for every arm, every leg, we need the double of 10. I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready, because now we are going to start the head. The head is quite important, and we are quite lucky to have the kids in our kindergarten, because it was the idea how to create the head was created especially for the kids in kindergarten. And there is the question that the 1 meter of pipe is not enough for the bear. Maybe not exactly like this one, but we are now going to create the head, and in a minute, maybe not in a minute, but the bear will be ready soon. So this is the way we are going to create head, and this is also the way that you can use the yarns if they are not thick enough. Because this is very nice yarn, but sometimes the yarn are very thin. So look what I did. Instead of putting it once, I prepare it twice. Can you see that? And I open my fingers quite wide, and then I can move the loops from the fingers above the tip of the finger, and thanks to this, the fact that we have double yarn, the head will get thicker, but we want more. Look, now we can prepare it triple. Tu jest uwaga dla dzieciaków, które już były w przedszkolu. Zobaczcie, co wymyśliłam z kciukiem. Ten kciuk nam zapewnia odpowiedni zapas tej włóczki. The idea of the thumb here is necessary to keep enough yarn to prepare the loops. If we don't have the thumb like this, and we just do this, this is not correct. Don't repeat that. It is not enough yarn, and it is hard to move the yarn on our fingers. So I use my finger. Dzieciaki widzą? And it is much easier to move the fingers. And now we don't even have the thumb inside. We take it away. Wyjmujemy teraz już kciuk. And we can prepare maybe 5 rows like that. 5 rows, it's gonna be enough for the head of the bird. As you can hear, the life is going on in our house. We stayed at home, so my kids are having the school. And one last row. I can hear my daughter Marianne, that you already know. Some of you know Marianne because she's the anchor in our kindergarten. She helps me to conduct the program. Anyway, we are now heading to the end of the head. So now we can make one more time just this double row. And we can prepare one row of double yarn and one, oh, look at my fingers, they are getting blue or red and it's not good information. And one last, this is going to be just single yarn. Ostatni rząd wykonujemy włóczką pojedynczą. And now we can even, usually we don't do that, but in here we have to pull a little bit because, oh la la, not that much. Because we do not want to have a lot of yarn here, we just need to have enough yarn. And this is going to be the end of our head, but it is not the end of knitting. Look what we have to do. We have to jump the loop from the, let me make it as clear as possible. The loop from the pinky, from the little finger, jumps here. And this one jumps here. So we've got double loops on this middle finger and ring finger. And now we can prepare the yarn like to be knitted. And now both loops here goes above the loop on the finger. Obie pętelki przygotowane przeskakują nad włóczką przygotowaną do przerobienia. And the same thing here. I tutaj to samo. And usually I don't ask you to do that, but here we have to pull. Zwykle nie naciągamy włóczki, ale tutaj ją trzeba naciągnąć. And now we can do it just like a pipe made of two loops. Okay. This is the last part of our burr, and it will be necessary to prepare ears. We don't leave that much yarn here. You may find it easier to do it on these two fingers. But since I usually speak about practicing, I always suggest to use as many fingers as it is possible. And the pipe, this little chain that we are using, that we are knitting now, it is going to be used to create ears of our burr. So we need maybe 15 centimeters of the chain. If you finish the pipe, it is very important not to let the stitches, the eyes of the material fall off your fingers, because they will undone. They will be undone. They will destroy the fabric. Okay, I think it's going to be enough. Yeah, oh, yes, but it's never too much. This is the end of our burr. Come on, the string, the end of the burr. It sounds really not that nice. Sounds effect. I usually speak that the only thing that I use, the only tool that I use is scissors. Of course, we can do as long as the yarn is there, so we can you just use the yarn to an end, but the scissors are quite welcome. So this is what we've got. This is what we've got. We'll make it okay. You can see it in mirror reflection, so I do on my left hand, and you can see it as my right hand. You can see that there is the head of the burr. And one of the best things in knitting is that if you do it properly, you can pull it, you can do whatever you like, even if one of the yarns is like this, is damaged, you can always get it to the right place. You can undo the knitting and you can use your yarn again, and this is why I use this. I like the idea of knitting that much. Okay, now I said that it is possible to to mend it, but of course don't try it at home. Yeah, it doesn't look that cool as at the beginning. Anyway, we are going to finish. I hope you're ready, and we can now start to finish. This is the end of our yarn, and we don't need the magical needle, we just need invisible needle. So we just put our invisible needle here, and then we pull, look, we pull the loop, and then we pull our invisible needle here, and we pull the loop once again, and this is the way it is finished. So this is the head of our burr. I know that the color is a little different, but I believe that you have big imagination. So now we can put the end of our chain of our cord here, just into the head of the burr. Ten kolor to mi tak plastusia przypomina bardziej. And after leaving the head, we can put the ear once again in here, in the center of the head. I believe Marianna has finished the math.
Only math, because przyroda. I z tego miałem bardzo się tego matematyki.
Okay. Okay. Can you see the head? Can you see the head? Can you see the ears? I've promised to show you how to make the eyes. If you have the pipe, we don't need to put the beads on our yarn. We just need to cut the pipes, cut the You know that I know this word. Straw, yeah? So if we cut the straw like this, we can make it easier for our burr, our Wojtek, to see the world. You can even see that the eyes that are black are easy. Marianko, jak się ubierzesz ładnie, to myślę, że cię tu wszyscy chętnie zobaczą. Masz plamy na bluzce, na piżamie. No właśnie, co to tak. Okay, so you can... But today it's in English. Okay? Will you manage? Okay, so the math is finished. Lala. Chodź, chodź. No chodź się przywitaj. So this is Marianna.
Hello.
Some of you already know Marianna and some of you don't. The fact is that we have the school in Poland now, so we have to do it via computers. And we are quite lucky to have it. And now look how long is our burr.
Ale fajne, tylko
Yeah, but now say it in
czerwony
English.
zamiast pomarańczowego.
Say it in English.
It's red.
It is, yeah, it is like orange. W piżamce z plamką, widzisz, poszło w świat.
O nie! I co?
A, ta kariera, widzisz. Okay, so look, our Wojtek is quite happy to see all of you. Hello, hello, but he cannot wave because he doesn't have hands yet. Yesterday we spoke about the mouth. The Wojtek that was made by Magda has beautiful sznupo. Jak się go da po angielsku sznupo? Taką ma sznupę. He has the pyszczek. This bird has beautiful nose and mouth. However, in here, especially on the back, it is not that simple. So we can, of course, sew something. We can use needle, we can use thread, but I don't think that it is crucial in this workshop, okay? I do not want to make this workshop about Wojtek's mouth, because Wojtek is one of the kind, and all of the Wojteks, all of the birds that you are going to prepare are going to be one of the kind. And one more thing, I prepared myself to this lecture today, and I know that en français, ça sera ours, mais en arabe, nie ma. Adubu. The bird is in Arab, it's adubu, and since it's Wojtek, it's Adalbert. I can hear that, but maybe I'm just crazy. Anyway, going back to our arms, and our Wojteks. Look what we've got here. There is the place inside the pipe, and this is why the pipe it is so important. And I can hear that you are now talking about socks. Thank you very much for bringing the subject of socks, because we are staying here at the socks part. If we have to take the socks on the other side, we have to put our thumbs inside the socks and pull the inner part out. But we don't do that to the end, we just do it to the half. And this is how it is possible to create the bird's hand. And then we can prepare the leg. And we do it the same way. So we just find the inner part of the sock. And this is the part that I cannot say in French because I don't know how to pronounce colon. We've got the other leg. And of course, to make it proper, to make every hand and every leg the same length, we have to divide the pipe in the right sections to let it be the same length, yeah? Kinga pytała o moment, kiedy robimy Wojtka. You already know the way of building the bear, but we learned that as bebok. We learned that as bebok. Bebok is the monster that lives here in Upper Silesia, where we live. Under every bed, there is the bebok. Oh, and now we can use the end of the pipe, to create the body, to attach the body of the bird. Okay, and look, he doesn't even need to have the proper nose, because every Wojtek, every bird will be different. So you can do whatever you like here with the string. To nie są ikony, tu nie ma kanonu, nie? Dobrze. Okay. Can you see him? And what is my favorite part of Wojtek is the fact that he's a great actor. Look, we can put our fingers not exactly inside the leg, but behind one of the layers. Here. And we can do it here and here. And look, my name is Wojtek. Je m'appelle Wojtek. And you can see that I'm moving with my hands and my legs. I can go somewhere, wherever you like. Of course, I cannot go anywhere because I'm on the quarantine. But I can do that. Think about the mouse. I'm sure that you will find a way to make him look cool and not that scary. But on the picture that I prepared for you was Mabruk. Nic nie będę mówić po arabsku. Mabruk, a Wojtek będzie addubor? Addubor? Tak? To jeszcze... Okay, now it means that I'm a little confused when I start to speak Polish when I'm supposed to speak a foreign language. I've got one more pipe prepared especially to show you how to prepare the burr that looks a little different, because as you can see the legs here, they have different pattern than the head. We have to do something about the... It is too bright, too white. Look at this poor fellow. I didn't have any felt at home, so what I used was a tissue, but not the tissue, but the wipes that we have here. No, nie ma lokowania produktu. O zapachu magnolii. Remember not to go to stores just to buy part of the felt. I bend it like this, and then I make a knot. It is not that wet anymore, and we can use this knot as Wojtek's mouth or Wojtek's nose. Yeah, we can use these, or we can just cut it. We can use whatever we like. We can use some part of material, some fabric. So here is going to be inside the Wojtek's. Okay. We can make one more. I'm not saying that the burr is going to be more pretty with it. But since we are preparing Wojtek under the design of Magda, so we have to have some important parts of Wojtek, yeah? Okay, you can do whatever you like. Really, nobody will check your Wojtek. Okay, he looks like he has a face mask. He's quite trendy now. Exactly. Now he can go for a walk. I promise that I will show you how to do another pattern of his arms and legs. I promise not to bother to build the mouth. So, if you have an extra pipe, or remember that this video is going to be released after this live, so you can watch it, the end part again, if you're not tired of me. Look, if we want to have this type of arms, this pattern, we have to prepare the pipe earlier on the other side. So we have to prepare our socks, and we have to take all of it outside. And now, if we start from here, we can build the leg there and back again like Hobbit. Look, the leg looks completely different. If we do it here, without preparing the pipe, especially for this other pattern, it will look like this. So you can see the difference. I believe it is even better visible on this yellow color. So you can see the difference. And if you want to prepare the pipe like this one, or the legs like this one, it would be better to take all the pipe inside out and then start to build the legs and arms of the bear. I didn't know that the pipe is so long. Okay. You can make the pipe, oh la la, how long it is. This is also very beautiful pipe to make a necklace or a snake. Or a snake. You want to add something? So Marianne came back. Możesz iść na kanapę.
Mogę przynieść Krzysia?
Do you know that I'm not now broadcasting?
Okay.
Are you sure you don't want to join us? Maybe you want to join us. Okay, do you have any questions? Czy są jakieś pytania? I hope that it was explained in a way that even though you don't speak English, or I don't speak English, or that you are going to get it. I'm waiting for the questions. We can, of course, prepare something to cover Wojtek's neck. We can prepare a little scarf. We can do it with one of our fingers or two of our fingers. We can also prepare a carpet from him. Okay. I'm waiting for your photos. I hope that you will try to make the bears on your own. I hope that you will find a way to bring them to life, that you will use your imagination. And please remember that it is not like there is one single pattern. I know Magda is listening now, but you don't have to copy the Wojtek that I just show you. Your toy can be completely different, and I hope that you will find a way to cheer your siblings, your brothers, sisters, that you will find a way to create something beautiful for you and for your friends. And I hope that maybe you will make a theater. I have to remove this this face mask of him. Okay, there is information that you want me to record the film. I will prepare it. No, maybe I won't prepare it. I will just put it on the net, on the web. And remember that in this way you can create whatever you like. We don't need to create birds. We can create beboks, as I told you. We can create giraffes. We can create snakes, octopuses, and then whatever you like. And I'm really yes, I can. I know how to do the giraffe. Do you want to be in the program with me?
Nie wiem, co powiedziałaś.
So I'm waiting for your photos. Maybe you can add them under the movie, or you can send them to Messenger. And I hope you get through this quarantine in good health. Remember to wash your hands and enjoy your finger knitting. Thank you very much, and please excuse all the mistakes that I made, but I do it even in Polish. Merci bien. J'espère que vous essayez. Ce sera un grand plaisir pour vous de faire de faire ça, de faire tricoter avec les doigts. J'attends les photos. J'espère que vous trouvez votre manière de faire ça. C'est pas nécessaire l'ours. Quand même, on peut faire n'importe quoi. Alors, merci bien. Shukran. Mabruk. Thank you. I dziękuję bardzo. Trzymajcie się.